Hi guys, it's Alicia Darlene here. I want to do another video actually about the HAAKKAA just because it has tremendously changed breastfeeding for me. If you're interested in the HAAKKAA or you want to produce more breast milk and you don't really want to do pumping, because I know it's really time consuming and it just takes a lot of work, and like I said, you have to have a bunch of extra time just to do pumping. I think the HAAKKAA will be really beneficial for you. So I wanted to talk about it and just some tips. I am a first-time mom. Avea just turned 4 months yesterday, and I'm also for first-time breastfeeding too. So I know the HAAKKAA is kind of something more newer to the breastfed world, and I just wanted to share some stuff with you. So the HAAKKAA, what is it exactly? The HAAKKAA is a silicone breast pump. And I know when you hear pump, you think of like the Medela or whatever pump that you have, or maybe even like the hands-free pump that you actually have to squeeze, let go, or the Medela does it for you. But this one, it's not really like that. It's more just like of a suction. I remember when I first got my HAAKKAA in the mail and I tried it, I was like, this does not work. I'm gonna return this. I don't even know how to use it. But it's actually super simple. Once I looked up how to actually use it instead of just assuming like I would know, it actually was super awesome. So what it does is this is the HAAKKAA. This is like the pretty much the standard one that you get for I think like $12 on Amazon. I will leave a link on the bottom, but this is what it looks like. It's pretty much just one whole piece. It's silicone. There's no little parts to it. It holds up to 4 ounces on this one. So like I said, it's just full silicone. So what you do is this is the flanges. If you're gonna put it on, you can kind of press down the flanges so they're kind of down here like this. You're going to hold the base, squeeze all the air out of it. Then you place it on your breast here where the nipple's in the middle, kind of angling down. You put the HAAKKAA back up and you let go. So while you are feeding on one side, you're feeding your baby, you place the HAAKKAA on the other side, and like that's really it. No, you don't need anything else. No electricity, no cord, no hand pumping, nothing like that. It's super easy, no noise. It's really cool. So like I said, that's how you use the HAAKKAA. It's super easy. I was even able to start my freezer stash, and I felt like that was like a win, just because when we were first learning how to breastfeed, or me and the baby, you know, it kind of felt like I wasn't producing that much milk, and I had to like keep pumping, and I was told to pump 4 times a day, and it's not how I wanted to spend my time. When I was done nursing, I wanted to burp the baby and hold her, and I didn't want to immediately put her down and start pumping again just to get more milk. So this was really helpful with that. So the HAAKKAA really helps. Like I said, you're gonna put it on one side while you're feeding on the other side. So this helps catch the extra milk during your letdown. So your baby is going to promote that letdown. You don't have to do anything to the other breast. So your baby is gonna be feeding, and then it's going to be triggering the letdown on this side, and this one's gonna be suctioning the milk out, and it's just gonna be filling this little cup up. Sometimes you'll get 1 ounce, sometimes you'll get up to 3 or 4. The longer stretches you go, of course, you're going to get more milk. Like in the middle of the night, I can get up to 4 ounces of milk on one side of the HAAKKAA while she's eating on the other side. So it's super awesome. But yeah, so if you think that you may not benefit from the HAAKKAA just because you don't leak on the other side, that's kind of how I was. I was like, well, I don't really leak on the side that I'm not feeding her on. I don't know if this HAAKKAA would be really beneficial for me, but you could be wrong. Like I said, it will suction it, so even if you don't leak on that side, you can still get the extra milk when she's feeding on the other side. So that is super awesome. I remember one night, so Avea's 4 months, like I said, she's 4 months yesterday, and she's going longer stretches through the night without having to get up and eat. So the HAAKKAA is super awesome now that she's going for longer stretches, because I'm getting a little bit engorged just because it's super new for her to be going that long. So the HAAKKAA really helps pull all that extra milk, and I can actually sleep and be more comfortable because she's eating on one side, the HAAKKAA's pulling from the other side. So I feel like that release kind of helps me sleep, and I'm not getting clogged ducts and stuff like that. But compared to one night, I compared pumping to the HAAKKAA. So I was like, well, I mean, the HAAKKAA is awesome. I don't know if it's pulling all the milk that I have. and I want to kind of compare it to the Medela pumping. So I did that one night. So instead of putting it on when I was feeding her, when she was done eating at night, I put her back into her bassinet, and then I went and got all the pumping stuff. Of course, you know how much work all that stuff is to put all the little parts together, and of course it's loud, and I pumped for 15 minutes. I got a little bit less milk pumping on both sides than I did placing the HAAKKAA on my one side while she was eating. So not only did I have to take all this stuff out, it uses electricity, there's so many small parts, it makes noise, I have to stay up for another 15 minutes when I'm pumping, all that stuff, and I got less milk than just putting this on the other breast while she was eating. So this is super awesome just because it's one piece. It's easy to clean, it's compact, it's small, I can take it with me anywhere I need to go, and it's also super affordable. I am gonna leave the link to the HAAKKAA, the one that I use. I actually have two of them, but I'm gonna leave the link for both of them at the bottom. So this is the one that I first started with. This one is just the standard one that it comes on Amazon, like I think I said $12. Super affordable, but it goes up to 4 ounces right here, just one piece. But then I got this second one, and this holds up to 5 ounces just because one night I had so much milk in here, I kind of was spilling it out when I took it off, so I went and got the bigger one. But this one holds up to 5 ounces. It's bigger, obviously. It has this suction on the bottom in case I was to place it on a table, I can kind of suction it on there. And it also has a lid. So this is it will just kind of pop on just like that in case it spills off. Of course, I've spilled some milk before, and she's kicked it off before. That's another thing you kind of have to be careful when your babies get a little bit older, that they're gonna kick off the other side and it's kind of gonna spill. Yeah, of course that happens, but just make sure it's suctioned on there really, really well. You can also use a hands-free pumping bra, and that'll kind of help it keep it in place, and even if they kick it, it'll have some suction and just some more support so it doesn't really fall off. So that's something else you can do. You can also if you just have the standard one without the base, you can put it in a coffee mug. So as long as you keep the coffee mug near, you can just kind of put it in there, and you won't really need to worry about it falling over, because these are a little bit, especially this big one is really top heavy. So if you have milk in here, it's super easy for it to just topple over, and you'll be crying over spilled milk. So you can get the coffee mug or the lid on that one. So this has really helped me get at least 1 to 3 or 4 ounces every single time I feed her. So that can go from like 24 ounces a day extra. So that's how I've been able to just store some of my milk in the freezer, like I said, just because it's been helping me just have so much more milk. I can collect it all together and put it in the freezer at the end of the day, or I can do 2 ounces in the freezer and just so on. So that's how I've been able to produce so much more milk without having to pump, is with this HAAKKAA. So also what you can use this for is you can help it with, like, if you have clogged ducts or sore nipples. So the clogged ducts, this will really help. If you fill it with warm water, put a teaspoon of Epsom salt and leave it on, it can kind of help clear that clogged duct. You can do that up to 4 times a day until that clogged duct is passed. So that'll help you with that. It also helps with sore nipples. You can fill it up again with warm water, put some saline, leave it on, and it'll also help with sore nipples, of course, and then some nipple cream too. Let's see, one more thing. Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, so obviously you can stop the pumping. I know like I said, it's time consuming. You can finally put that pump away, put it back on the shelf where it belongs. I mean, obviously you can use the pump if you're trying to promote more milk, or if you're away from your baby for a long time, you just want to get them both out. Of course, pumping is really awesome too. You can do it that way. But if you're trying to like take a little break from the pump, the HAAKKAA is super awesome. And then the last thing I wanted to tell you is this little tip. You can actually use the HAAKKAA in the shower. So that's pretty awesome. Sometimes when you're in the shower and you can start to see like your breast leaking, or you know a letdown's coming, this is really awesome just to place on your breast. Some moms can even do 2. So if you have 2, you can put them both on. And just the warm water kind of helps, it penetrates through your breast and it kind of helps getting that milk going. So if you're trying to catch every little drop of milk, put the HAAKKAA on while you're showering, and you can get that extra milk too. So I highly recommend the HAAKKAA just because it's helped so much with breastfeeding and getting the extra milk and not having to pump. And I know sometimes it's like you don't really understand what it is, so I hope this video has really helped you understand how to use it, what it's good for, and some great tips to help you when you do get it. So if this video has helped you, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I really hope that you get one of these. Like I said, it's changed breastfeeding so much for us, and I will leave the link at the bottom of the video for both of these. Like I said, this one is the 4-ounce HAAKKAA and this one is the 5-ounce with the bottom and the top, the little lid that can come off. So either way, I mean, if you want to first try it, you can just go ahead and get the $12 one and see how you like it. So thanks for watching, and again, like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.